Hi guys, welcome to Victorious Virgo Tarot channel. So my name is Vinoth, mm, and I'm a psychic medium and a tarot card reader and a Reiki healer. So basically, I just wanted to do today general guidance. I don't know. I was thinking of the collective reading, but then I thought I just felt I'll do a basic oracle, kind of an oracle deck, basically reading on that. And if you're called to look into this video, please, this could be a general guidance of what needs, general guidance for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And I'll be intuitively reading it as well, and sharing some of my own experiences that I have, share what comes through, and let's see how it goes about. So hopefully it'll be a good guidance for us. So let's see. So one second, I just forgot. Got it. Sorry. I had another deck. Okay, so let's see what comes for Guardian Spirit guides. Holy Spirit, Archangel, please protect us. Please protect us from any negative energies or any energies that are not for the highest good for all. Please remove them from this space, and let them have no influence by any of the readings or any messages that come through. Let them have no influence of it, and please cancel them out and protect us from any all the evil eye and negative energies, anything that they try to pass on to us, whoever's through different means, either through watching these videos or using any other ways and forms, black magic or any kind of other ways. Let it all return back to them and protect us and the viewers from all such negative energies, and no weapons formed against us shall prosper. So yes, with that we will get into the reading. So what guidance do we have? I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing good as well. So just some energy changes and healing work. Doing some things like that. So let's see. Just let us know what messages is required to know. It's one thing. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. To me, it means yes, we go through. Sometimes when we go through, if you are having a spiritual awakening. I'll tell into both ways. So one thing is, if you are working if you are a believer of source, universe, and other things, that there is a higher power than me, than us, who's guiding us, who's giving, if you have that belief and faith, and you work in that, and when you go through this journey, you will always tend to get tend to come across the difficult situations, basically. So you will be one of the you will be definitely the odd one out, basically, the black sheep or whatever they call. So this is, so I didn't know that until I went. I mean, I'm almost towards the end of it, I think, but it was you will be put in place. You will automatically, once you start awakening, you are under the devil's eye, actually. So you'll come into their monitoring mechanism, and then you will be isolated most of the times, and you will be then harassed. All the people who you will find the ultimate one, or there could be several people together, work together, and try to come against you without knowing what is that triggering them, why they acting like this, what makes them feel like this. This is the basic thing that you will feel the sting of it, because it could be your family members, your lovers, your partner, or anyone whoever is close to you. That's where the attack starts happening, and that is something like, and then as you go through, the attack goes to the next level, highest level possible. So depending on how strong or powerful you are, the attack keeps going on, and that's what sometimes we have come across all this. I think hope, if you are going through this, just know that this also will come to an end. Actually, everything, there is an end to everything. So that is what you keep in mind. And yes, it's very difficult for, I mean, I've had the worst days, the bad days, and how would I say that? I would find it very difficult some days where it was so difficult to overcome. I can just say it stings. It hurts as well, right? When it stings, it hurts, and then you need to. Yeah, that is how you become stronger. The more it's like, I always again and again say that if you're a diamond, to mold it to that shape, you need to go through that pain, right? So, or even a beautiful statue, to become a statue, you need to go through that, how they chisel and bring it to the proper shape, right? So if you are going to be one of the unique ones, the unicorn, that means you need to sometime take in that pain to become the best version of you. So that is one aspect of it. At the same time, if you were on the other side of it, for example, there's no judgment. It is just that your beliefs are different from from the other side. So, for example, if you're on the other side, yes, there could be, if you have not done any harm to another person, and still you're on the other side, there would not be any problem. But then when you are again, you're kind of hurting other people by any means, ways, and forms. So of course, what we sow is what we reap, is what we get. So that is something that you need to take care of it. And yes, life sometimes stings, and we need to take corrective action according to that. So in terms of like, what is that you need to do to like overcome that part, overcome that pain. So that's something that you need to look at, instead of kind of overdoing things to hurt another person. It is like, that's where I heard this saying that if you put poison in your drink and expecting someone else to die, it's not going to work out. So it's like that. So you need to see what you can correct, so that you can heal it. Okay, thank you. Okay, Bobcat Spirit. Number 8, life is a mystery. Life is mystery, yes. So yeah, we see, life is a mystery is also the thing. Universe operates, or divine source, whatever you want to call it's always operates in a mysterious ways, and for that matter, even the devil operates in different ways. So it's always a mystery for us. So only thing we can, either we embrace it, and that's where we have different guidance that we get, and knowledge that we get, and we have to equip ourselves to kind of move forward in them. I'm sorry, equip ourselves and move forward basically in terms of like and you take it in a sense that it should not be like something that you kind of you're not enjoying the journey or something. So that's the attitude one has to change towards, to rather than feeling like, because you will be the front runners for all the pioneers for such things. So we wouldn't have a path which has been laid out. This is how you have to go. It's like you have to make the way, and you will come across, if you're in a forest, you're laying the road for the first time, you obviously will encounter all wildlife, wild animals and things like that. If you consider yourself, your journey to be like that. And yes, of course, since you alone have to go through it, and yeah, you will come across all dangers, all things, but then you have tools, and you have so many things people so many things, tools and techniques that you can utilize, and to embrace and enjoy this mystery. And yeah, it takes time and maturity to understand this, and because it's like it's like a video game, right? Like you never know what's going to come out of which way, and anything can happen anytime before you understand. And then you try to, right, like when you're playing video games, you just keep on. The first time you may, like a first or several times you may lose, because you don't know which one is coming, like which monster comes out of which place, or which one is coming trying and killing you, who's against you, what is going to come out. You wouldn't know that first time. So second time, you learn each one's technique, each of the, level by level you go, right? Like that is what so you need to think like that, and equip yourself every level. If you fail the first attempt, again you try and you retry, and then you become expert, and then you can easily, you keep going to the next level. So that is what real life we go through when you're going through this awakening or ascension, for that matter. So I believe that is what life is, a mystery for us. So it's always like it's a mystery in the sense, sometimes also if you see that the whole life right now, it's all changing. It's the whole world is changing. The truth is all coming out, and you very well know the whole the world is just I don't know. It's an illusion that has been created for all of us, right? Like it's so it's just coming out of that illusion, which is very difficult to digest, because what you see is not true. What is true is not seen, and it's all, so many things are confused, and many things are invisible, which are running, and all these things. There are so many changes going to happen, and all these things. It's mystery actually. So just keep an open mind, and just stay positive, and think that, and trust there is someone higher than you, who, if you don't believe in if you want to take this path on your own, and you don't believe, no need for any support, yeah, okay, well and good, but as long as you don't affect anybody else, and you go through and learn on your own, it's well and good. But then if you believe there is something above, higher above, like for helping us, definitely there will be help in terms of that. And only thing is to avoid anything that we do, try not to affect another person, but that can't be avoided, I believe. So that is one more thing is, as we have light, we have darkness. So this is what I keep explaining to my friends actually. So um, if it wasn't for all of them who came against me, for example, who have done everything that you can think of under the sun, like whatever ways you can hurt a person, people have done that. but it tested me, right? Like it was just, if I see if those people, everyone was good to me, I wouldn't have really become this strong, or just there's nothing that I cannot overcome, is what I have that confidence. So there's nothing in this world I can't overcome, is what the confidence I've got. Before I wasn't like this. So we have to thank everything in this world. Everything is created, everything is there for a reason, purpose, and there are testing tools. We consider them as testing tools actually. So they help us test ourselves. So they execute the scenario, then we have to go through that and see whether we pass it or not. So we just put it in different ways, and take it in a sense, and not to take it too much in our heart actually. So this happens to all, and as we share this information, share the stories, we people will then believe us, knowing that we can go through such journey on our own. And it's all we need is faith in either in yourself, trust in yourself, or you can trust in your higher self, is what I would say. So just keep that in mind. With that, that's why it's a mystery is all unraveling. So I hope you're ready. So the next one is, wow, again came. This is Whale Spirit. I can't believe this. This is like, I can trust in the great mystery. Okay, so this covers the same thing what I told. The Whale Spirit is like yeah, of course, that it's a great mystery, as I say, right? Like as of awakening, every time I awaken, I kind of tend to see more new things, and more like the perception changes actually. The tunnel vision which we have initially, we will be like looking at things always straightforward, and as we grow, then our vision becomes much more and wider, and you're going in a perspective. You go a little bit higher than what you saw from, so you get a different perspective of the same problem or issue, or you can look at it in a different aspect, and then that is what it's mystery. Initially it looks like mystery, but then as you see it unravels, like you then really understand what is the reality, what is what is real versus what is fake. So you get to know all that. So yeah, that's what I don't want to repeat all the previous things, but it both goes in hand. So let's see. Only thing is that we are moving into a time of balance being restored for the whole world, where there was so much imbalance, rich and poor, and all these things, all divisions of people, dividing people, divide and rule, caste, communities, racism, racial profile, all this total imbalance was happening, and then it's now finally coming to a balance, and that's what we are going through that. And if you're not really kind of into spiritual things, it's nothing but there's nothing to be really worried about, but only thing, your awareness, keep an open mind, and have a positive outlook on things, because there are going to be revelations, like in Bible, this is the time and period of revelation. So there's going to be so many things revealed to all of us, and the truth is emerging, and it will start becoming more and more intense, and then things will all kind of change. Initially, there'll be little things will be like some things we may not be able to accept it. Some things quite it might be emotional, or unbelievable events can happen, things like that. But then everything eventually is to clean up all the mess that was done so long, and it is something to balance everything out and clear up everything, so which is going to happen. Only thing is to keep faith, hope, and be happy about the future, what's going to come. And if you are on the if you don't think you're on the right side, there is always chance. There's always ways. You can always move on to the right side. But it is all up to divine what he thinks, what he thinks, how much what his plan is. So, but then there is always hope for it. So I would encourage, if you're feeling that you didn't do the right things or anything like that, start looking at it and see what other avenues they have. You want to kind of make things right or set things right. You can always repent for your whatever you've done, things like that. So this is something which I just wanted to share. There's no, all hopes are not lost until you try till the last and see things. But there's nothing that it's not a matter of acting, it is from your heart such things should come. So such kind of repentance is not for the sake of, oh, okay, just I'll act for now and then God knows. I mean, like, I wouldn't say God, like like the universe, a source of your higher power, everything, every thought of us is known, what intentions of us is known. So there's nothing that we can hide. So we come from a good if your intentions are right, and we truly repent for anything that we have done wrong, then definitely God will help us. So think about it. Nothing to say that the good ones will be there, bad ones. Like, yeah, but people have suffered a lot. So it's time for redemption. So let's see. Anyways, that's all for God to decide. I'm not here to judge anybody or anything, but then I just feel like sharing some things which if you're and just don't hesitate and sit back and think whether I'm good enough or worthy or not. Always a chance. If you want to, from your heart, if you feel like there's a change I need to do it. It's all high time, and things are not going to go the same way. Things are all changing. So and that is what I wanted to say next. Exactly, I was going to talk about this. Know your worth. Skunk spirit. Know your worth. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So most of us suffer from this knowing our own worth. We are like generally put down from our childhood, like or made like strategically placed in such a way that sometimes we are deliberately made to feel unworthy, and we generally look our worth from, we try to get, like, whether we are worthy or not, we try to get external validation for it. Like, someone says you're looking good, then we say, ah, okay, I'm feeling good. Someone says, okay, oh, you did great things for me, okay, then we feel worthy. But if you have not done anything, then you start feeling unworthy, thinking, oh, they're not telling me anything, oh, they're not, oh, do I look good, do I look, is this good enough or not? We start questioning ourselves and our own worth. We don't know, we don't acknowledge that, and we feel unworthy about everything, and we start hating ourselves for every day. And then once we start hating, and that's where your spirit becomes weak. Once you become weak, that's where the devil takes over everything, and he's a liar. He will just lie and make you feel more unworthy, and he'll take over you and make you do things that you wouldn't have done. And these are the things that you need to know that what happens if you're feeling unworthy, and how you let devil take over. If you believe in devil or not, I don't know, but if you feel like the other side of you, the dark, your shadow side, to take over you, this is the reason. So we vibrate at a very low level, and then once we start going down this path, it's a slippery slope that you just go down to. You can either go down or wake up and then say, okay, make the changes, try and come up and cross over. So that's know your worth. You're worthy of, even if you have done like I am like even for that matter, I'm not a Christian, but then I just get to know. I've learned a lot about Bible and things like. I've not read Bible, but through different prophets, I've just heard many things. I've listened to it and things like that. Even then, like the people who have become prophets in Bible who have done committed serious crimes and things like that. It's not that I'm telling you to do a crime and then become like that, but then if you feel unworthy, I mean, people like them, even then they turned out their life to become prophets. They were like Paul, if I'm not wrong, I don't want to quote something wrong, but then just saying um, where he has been killing, I think is some people. I don't want to really tell something, refer anything wrong here. But then Jesus, God had called him to become the prophet he was, and then that's why if you see his name is in the Bible. So it's not about all people are saintly that God calls them for that, but people are put in this world to experience many different things, and then once you experience it, and then you get back into your place. So understand that you're still worthy in front of God, and not to hate yourself and let yourself down and go down into the abyss. So that's something that okay. The next is life is speeding up. So yeah, as I said, so feeling worthy. Yeah, I just wanted to finish there, and yeah, you're see, it's just a matter of how you take things. Always there is, you can turn around things, and not to be so critical about ourselves, and get some help from people who are wise enough to motivate you to the next level. It wouldn't happen if you are not able to motivate yourself. Get people, be around people who can, you can't I mean, be around people who can motivate you, bring you to the higher level, or vibrating at a higher level. So if, try to have friends like that. Do not stay with friends, don't stay with the circle which should where you find all negativity there around you. So if you're going to be there, you wouldn't be able to grow, or how much you grow is depends on the circle of friends you have. The best in them, where you reach is where you can grow up to. So look at your friend circle and decide whether who's reached on top. So what is the level they have reached. So that's the level you will reach. Basically, that's all they'll allow you to reach. So keep this in mind, and I hope that gives us an understanding of what we need to do. Okay, so that's something which has come. And the next one is Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Yeah, so as I said, okay, there are two more cards with which I'll finish it. So the next was Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Okay, so this, see, just take what all messages resonates in your case, and just ignore the others if it does not resonates with you. These are generic messages for all who's watching this. So yeah, antelopes. So like antelopes are known for being fast enough, right? So, and also the reason why is like, as we kind of yeah, as we as like right now the life, as I said, the things are changing in this world. So many things are going to quickly change. Many things are going in rapid pace. So it's time we prepare ourselves. We know what we are going towards, and not to waste time. Rather prepare for things to come, and prepare for like what we need to do on our part to make sure that these change, we are kind of contributing in a positive way to the changes coming in. And if it is in the other side, things are going to be appropriately dealt with, right? So any stand you take, see to that you do not kind of feel bad later on that we didn't do this. So So just keep that in mind, that there's always a way forward and way out, and moving into the, if you feel like if you're not on the right side, I'm again not going to judge whether which is right, which is wrong, I don't want to say, but then if you think from your heart and if you feel like something is not right, or you just feel there's a different calling for me, I just want to change this life, take action one by one. You take action at least there, rather than just kind of dwelling in sadness or feeling unworthy, feeling left out or anything. Take action, a simple step, and take one step at a time, and then see what you can do. So don't be left out in the race. Or it's not a race actually, in the left out in life basically. Okay, this came first in this case. Time for a deep dive. So this is deep dive. This we can always say that, right, like always go within. Basically, you need to go within to get answers. That sometimes I used to kind of get annoyed. What is there inside? What do I get out? Like, yeah, I'll just. But it's nothing but just meditate and calm your mind down, and then once you calm your mind down, you'll get your ideas. You'll get some suggestions or way forward to it. So that is what it is called, going within. So through your heart, if you listen to your heart, you will get your answers, solutions, suggestions that might be coming from the universe. So that's called intuition, right? So just keep that in mind and deep dive and find out what are your skills, what things you can do, what is there in future. And so many things can happen, and what is the next steps that you can take. So many things. So that is what it says, that take a deep dive, and to also kind of understand deep diving is to also to find out what triggers you basically. If you're getting angry at anything, if you're feeling unworthy, if you're feeling you're not good enough, you're not feeling love, you're not feeling you don't have much, you don't love someone, or you're having issues all around you, then you need to look within, because you're what you are always. For me also, it reflects what we have, how we are inside is what our external environment looks like. It's saying. So if you feel like there is things which are chaotic outside, means that inner work is required. So that's where we need to deep dive to go through and find out what all we need to release, let go. What kind of, if you're feeling like, for example, and if you're feeling unworthy, then you'll always end up in compromising yourself. Basically, to get worthiness, you need to seek for attention from people, and you go for the wrong places to get it. If you're because it's like that's where it leads us to places where we don't want to go, but when we end up going, because we tend to get some kind of validation. So that is where you need to understand that we need not require others' validations and things like that. We know ourselves, our own worth. I just don't want to say that I'm greatest and not doing inner work. As we do inner work, we ourselves feel the worthiness. So that's something which you need to do. So that is what it talks about. And finally, let it shine. Peacock. So this is like shine from the heart, and also it looks like a third eye. Yeah, so basically it's like you will become, this is the time for you to shine, because like peacock is like one. So this might be light, but in general, if you see when the feathers are open, right, like it's one of the best spectacles to look at, and it's just something it's like what to say, like a showstopper kind of a thing, right? Like, and you can always find the person shine from within. So if your heart is pure and kind of if you have love for all, and compassion, love and care for all, right? So you always glow no matter what. You will always attract people. People will like you. People will just love you for who you are, and your light will always help others also to start awakening them and helping them to. Sometimes it may turn into hate because others may, it may, your light might end up kind of making them feel bad because they don't even feel like worthy enough and things like that. But then that is part and parcel of life. Yeah, so that's where the kind of the intelligent ones will always go find out what makes him like that, and then try to learn and do the same thing. That's how we all I was also like kind of learning things from others, and so many people I've learned many things to make sure that I also follow the same things and shares. I mean, today I'm here and sharing some information. If I had not felt worthy, I've not felt that I was not good enough, I wouldn't have been sharing this and publishing videos. It doesn't matter whether one person watches this, 100 people watch, 1,000 or a million watch. For me, it's like having the guts to talk about this, knowing that what I'm talking is makes sense. It's not like I'm just like kind of taking someone's message and like just reading it out. It is all basically based on my personal experience, the knowledge that I've gained, and that's something that I'm sharing with all of you to kind of help to understand, put things into context, and to help each one, and to get that motivation and to get that kind of what to say, like a hope in people's life that we can also, all of us can reach the same place, is what I wanted to say. So it all depends on an individual and what they and how much dedication and how much you love yourself and how much you want to see yourself to better your everything and to change everything in your life. So that is what is required. So yeah, if you're working already and taking care of yourself, and it's time to shine more and do the things that you love. Sorry, I'm just like do the things that you love, and yeah, that'll take you. That'll all when you do something which you love, and you'll always know that you'll do your best job. It automatically. I mean, other people can see that if you do things from your heart, other people can feel that as well. So I hope that with that. We can close this reading to, oh okay, 7 cards, that's fine for now today. So with that we will close the today's messages, and hope you guys had some messages which were helpful to you, and we'll see you in the next video. And until then, thank you, and thanks for watching this video once again, and see you in the next video.